we were discussing about strings, and in today's discussion let me recapitulate what we the last part of what we discussed in the earlier lecture. How can we read words from this from an input? Say, so there we had introduced this percentage %s uh, format. With that, with percentage %s, if we read a name, then it has to be noted that the ampersand is not needed in this case, right. The ampersand is not needed when I am reading a string. When I am reading a string, I do not need that ampersand. Now, the point to remember is that whenever I am reading this, in this way the string will be read. The string will be read until there is some blank white space. This is also called as white space, or a tab sign, or a carriage return or enter is pressed. So, if I type on A, B, C and then I type blank, then this A, B, C will be taken as the word. So, when I perform scanf in this form in name, then A, B, C will go in the name. All right. So, this is what we had seen last time. So, that is why this example was given. If we type Rupak Biswas, since after Rupak there is a blank, we will stop at that point of time. The name will be assigned to Rupak, okay. Name will be assigned to the string Rupak. Name will be assigned the string Rupak, okay. On the other hand, when we read a line of text, if I suppose I want to read say this Rupak Biswas, I want to read this blank also, this entire thing, the entire sentence I want to read. A quick brown fox I want to read. So, I want to read these characters as well as this blank spaces, everything. Then what will be my delimiter? My delimiter will be the carriage return, okay, the return, carriage return, or that is often designated as \n. So, till I get a \n, I will go on reading this. That is how I can read a line. Okay. So, in order to do that, we can use the getChar function for the purpose. By getChar function, we will be getting the characters one after another, and I will go on getting the functions till the character I will be going on getting the characters till I come to a character that is carriage return, designating that there is that is an end of the line. Okay. So, for example, here a line has been defined to be of maximum length 81. Typically, as I said, a line consists of 80 characters, and you must be understanding now, realizing now that why I put 81. The reason is here I need a space for \0, okay. And I put C to be 0. C is the number of characters. C is here designating the number of characters, read. All right. Now, here we are doing it through a do while statement. You can see that we are doing it through a do while. So, I am reading one character here, say x, and that I am reading it through getChar, and that character that has been read is coming to the variable array line. All right. Line C, C was initially 0. So, here I put x, then I go up, then character I go on I read it and then found that the character is not ampersand. I go back again, read another character, say x, y, increase c. So, c is now pointing here, c is now pointing here, and I again go back. Now, suppose a blank has been typed in. So, I come here, get carries blank. So, that comes here and then C is pointing to the next position here. And then I go again here and suppose I type in P. So, the C is now pointing here, and then after that I read the character, and the character was ampersand, I mean character was backslash n, that means the end of the character. So, I put backslash n here, whatever it was there, and C is pointing here, right. C is now pointing here. Now, I have after insertion of backslash n, I come and find here that well, what I have entered is backslash n. Now, backslash n should not be there. Instead of that, we should have backslash 0. Therefore, I will come back, I will decrement C by one position. So, it will come here and I will replace this with backslash 0, right. Here I will bring in backslash 0 will come here. So, the pattern that will be stored will be x, y, blank, p, backslash 0. So, that is what the string will look like. In that way, I am reading a line. Okay. That is how we are reading a line. So, we have seen that we can read characters as a character array, char some line in this way, line 81. Now, this line I can read character by character, or I can type in line to be x, y, blank, p. That is also will do the same thing. Otherwise, I could have copied it character by character. Both of them are equivalent, right. So, here we have read the character until the carriage return or backslash n is encountered, and then we make it a valid string by replacing backslash n by backslash 0. Okay. An alternative approach of reading a line can be this, that I just specify the format. Here till now what we have seen is that our formats could be percentage %s, percentage %d, percentage %f, like that. I can also specify my format in this way. As you can see here, what it means is anything, I am sorry, what happened? Anything that is A, B, C, D or whatever, that this entire thing and here there is a blank, here there is a blank, I do not know what is happening here. Here you can see there is a blank here. So, that means what is allowed? Anything including blank, capital A to Z, everything is allowed as members of the variable line. Okay. Similarly, here the specification is that it can be caret, this is a wild card it is called, that means we can put in anything preceding backslash n. So, this means it is a wild card, that means anything can come here as a character that can be a member of the variable line. So, that is also another way of specifying it. Now, these are specifics to the language C, of course. Now, it is easier, relatively simpler to display strings on the screen. We can simply do uh, a string, we can display the string with percentage %s and followed by the string name, that is simpler. Now, we come to a very important aspect, how do we process character strings? Now, for that we have got several C library functions. We will soon come to functions, and we have already seen different types of functions like square root, um, maybe did we see, and we have seen the standard functions like scanf, printf, all those things. Similarly, we have got C library, built-in library functions for character string manipulation. How are they looking like? They are, we have to, in order to do that, say one is strcpy, that means string copy. That means, if I have a string here, say string here is my, sorry, let me put a blank here, my space job. Suppose this is a string A and I want to copy it to another string B. So, B will also therefore have my blank job. So, that can be done by string copy function strcpy. How can that be done? Uh, we also have a similar thing like string length strlen, which means that I have got a string, say my job, again blank job, and automatically there is a \0 at the end. So, when I copy it, then this will also be with strcpy, will have my blank job, \n will come here, sorry, \0 will come here, but strlen means string length. I will count how many elements are there in the string. Can you tell me how many elements are there in the string? 1, 2, 3, blank is a valid character, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the string length will be returned, that will be returned is 6. Okay. Similarly, um, we have another function, very popular function, string comparison, strcmp. That means, I have got two strings, my job and here my job, and I compared them. If they are the same, then I will have a 1. Okay. So, that is another function. The fourth function is strcat. What is meant by concatenation? Concatenation, strcat, is actually strcat means string concatenation. That means, if I have a string here, say A, B, C ended with this, and there is another string, say P, Q, R ended with this. When I concatenate that, these two strings, what I get is a joining of these two strings one after another. When I say that string B is concatenated with A, then my pattern will be A, B, C. Note that this \0 will not come, P, Q, R and \0. This is known as concatenation, all right, of two strings. So, that is being given by a function strcat. Now, these are the very common functions for string operations. For our job, if we need some other functions, we can always write functions which we will learn in a couple of lectures from now, but these are already available in the C library, all right. And therefore, in order to do that, we have to include string dot h. If you recall, we had said that if you recall, we can include, always we do that, hash include stdio dot h. And also when we use that square root function earlier, we had included math dot h, that means all the mathematical library of all the mathematical functions. Math dot h when we use, for example, sqr square root. So, this is a function that is already inbuilt in this math library. Similarly, for strings, if I use this strcpy, strcat, strcmp compare, then I have to include strings dot h in my function, all right. So, here are some examples, very much like a string assignment operator, string copy, just like an assignment. For example, we are saying string copy string 1, string 2. So, both string 2 will be copied in string 1. So, assigns the content of string 2 to string 1, assigns the so this is the source, this is the destination. So, it is copied from here to here. Okay. Say string copy CT Calcutta. What will happen here? That means I am trying to copy, CT is a string that is already defined, all right. I have defined CT and I am copying this string. Now, this is a string constant, this part is a string constant, this is a string constant. Okay. So, what I am doing is I have got a variable CT, variable of type string. Now, this, how did you define it to be a type of type string? It was char CT, say something like this, char CT 20. So, 20 characters can come there. Now, when I write CT strc copy CT to Calcutta, or right now we should say Kolkata. Say we do Kolkata, then in this variable Kolkata will be loaded, all right. A followed by a backslash 0, right. On the other hand, suppose city is here and suppose another city, another string variable is there, which is maybe Mumbai, and I copy string copy city my city. That means what will happen? This string my city will come into this variable city. So, this Kolkata will be overwritten and will be replaced by Mumbai. Now, Kolkata is of length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and Mumbai is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In that case, what will happen? As I copy this whole string over here, then here Mumbai M will come, U will come, M, B, A, I and this backslash 0 will come here. And so, the entire string will be kept here, the last up to this and with a backslash 0 here and the remaining part of unused part of Kolkata will be lost. Now, warning, there is a warning here, that is assignment operator does not work for string. So, I could not have done string 1 assign string 2 or as we are doing here city assigned my city, that will not do, that assignment operator will not work in the case of strings. So, city assigned Calcutta is invalid. String length strlen, this is I will ask you when we teach you function to write a function for finding the string length, although it is available in the standard C library. Counts and returns the number of characters in a string. So, len, suppose len is a variable of type integer, len is of type integer. Okay. Len is of type integer and we say strlen string. So, string is some string, all right, some variable name strlen city, strlen city. So, city is a variable and whatever is the, and suppose city is Mumbai, it will find out the length of the characters in this string and that will come into len. So, len here will get the value 6 when I do this function on this, on the string. The null character at the end, as I said, is not counted because that tells you that you need not count any further. Okay. Counting ends with the first null character. So, if I do Calcutta, if I copy Calcutta, this string constant Calcutta to city and I find out the length of city, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and backslash 0 will be left out. So, n is assigned 8. Writing the string length. So, one problem that can be given to you that I am not talking about this function part right now. Suppose I am trying to find out the string length of a character string. I am trying to find, how do you find out string length? I mean, it is writing a program that is finding the string length. You need not bother about the structure of this as yet, but let us look at the algorithm purely. What is being done? Len, some variable has been put to 0 and then while I am not encountering, now str is an array, of course, array of characters, as you can see it is an array of characters. As long as that is not equal to backslash 0, that means not the end of the string, I am going on incrementing this len. Len was 0, len becomes 1 like that and then we return len. Okay. After I complete it, then I return len. Now, this is provided in the, of course, I have to include the string dot h, but this thing, this is what I am writing if but actually this is already available. So, I need not write it. I need to simply include um, hash include, I call it hash include um, strings.h, that library. There similar program is already written, and when I write strlen, that is the program that is activated. String compare is comparing two strings. So, we are comparing two strings and return 0 if they are identical. What I just now said was just the opposite. If they are matching, then it returns 0, and if they do not match, a little non-intuitive. So, keep it in mind that if the two strings match, then we will return a 0, otherwise we will return a non-zero. Okay. So, example is here, if I compare city with the string Delhi is 0, then I do something. What does it mean? City is a string already. Suppose that is again Chennai. Suppose that is Chennai. And I am comparing, so city is a variable which has got this value, and I am comparing with Delhi. Of course, they are not matching, so it will not, it will return non-zero. But if this city was Delhi, then these two have matched and I would have got a 1 here, right. Now, obviously, you can also just think and decide how this algorithm can be written. That is so simple now. We have learned all the tidbits of writing such a program. So, if this is not equal to 0, then we do this. So, similarly, I can do city 1, city 2. Now, so before that, you can simply think of how the algorithm will look like in case of this. Suppose I have got two strings, one is say Chennai and the other string is, of course, backslash 0 here. Instead of n, there is a name here. So, how will you do that? So, you will compare these two character by character. So, this is suppose city 1 and this is city 2. So, you can very easily compare while city 1 I, of course, I has been assigned to 0 here, is same as city 2 I. What shall we do? We will go on incrementing I plus plus, but and if it is not equal, we will come out. So, this here I compare, here I compare, I come here, and here I find that city 3 and city 1 3 and city 2 3 are not the same. So, I will come out. But what happens if they are same? So, I need to put in if they are same, how long shall I go on? No mismatch is there. Suppose this is also n, while city 1 is not equal to city 2, while city 1 is equal to city 2, do I need another condition here? Yes. And city I is not equal to backslash 0. So, are you understanding this? While this condition, which I have already written there, that should be true in order to proceed. In order to proceed further, for further checking, I should they are matching. So, I should proceed, and also the fact should be that none of these two cities names, so two strings have reached the end is not equal to this, and CT 2 I, if any one of them has reached the end, then my while condition will be violated. So, I will not continue any further. So, I can keep a flag here that what should I say, match is 1. So, if I go on doing this, match will be remaining 1. Whenever I come out of this loop, I will make match 0. That means there has been a match, because the convention is that if they are matching, then it should be 0. So, you please also try to write this function, write this program right now. We will ask you to make it a function a couple of lectures later. I hope this is clear. This part, please try to understand this condition. Try to understand this condition. All right. Next, we have got the last one, that is a strcat. That is rather simple, and you will also be able to write the program for that. It is two strings are just being concatenated, but one thing that you must remember, appending, concatenating means joining, while appending means adding one at the end of the other. So, when I write this A, B, C, P, Q, R, then P, Q, R has been appended to A, B, C. So, string 2 is appended to string 1, that means it is joined at the end of string 1. Okay. So, the null character at the end of string 1 is removed and string 2 is joined from that point. As we said that there can be A, B, C backslash 0, and then when I append P, Q, R to that, then P, Q, R will P will replace this and backslash 0 will come here. So, ultimately we will have A, B, C, P, Q, R backslash 0. All right. So, string copy, suppose I have name 1 a string assigned by string copy Amit, AMIT. So, it looks like this AMIT backslash, here there is a backslash 0 and there is a blank here. You see the string is not AMIT, AMIT blank, and another string is name 2, which is ROY. Then when I append them, concatenate them, it will be AMIT blank, this blank, and then ROY, and this blank has been replaced by R. So, R has gone here and we will get this. So, this is string concatenation. This will often come handy when you type in some character strings or type in some lines or compute using some text strings, text English sentence has been given and you are trying to find out where the verb is and all those, then you need a lot of string operations like this. So, here is an example. Here we are reading a line of text and counting the number of uppercase letters. How many uppercase letters are there? So, what are the things we are including here? stdio.h, our old friend, is here, string.h is also there. Then look at this function. I have defined a line to be of length 81, big one, 81. Now, I have got the variables I and count is equal to 0. I am asking the user to input the line. I am reading the line using this format which we just discussed, That means anything can come here, I mean anything can come here like uh, A, B, C, slash, dash, all right, percentage, P, whatever is coming, except backslash n, it is coming here, and then I am finding the length of the line. Suppose the line that was actually typed in this way through this scanf is say apple blank is red, all right, and then there is backslash 0. Now, this string length strlen will find out the length of the string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, 12 is n is becoming 12. So, for I equal to 1 to n, now here is another new function that we are finding, is upper. If the character is uppercase letter, is upper. If the character that is being read, that is being passed here, I put in some character, and if the character is an uppercase letter, then I will count that. So, suppose here I make a little change, I say this is I say that this is capital, and I say that this is capital. So, what is happening is it is reading character by character from here I 0 onwards and checking whether this character is an upper character. If that is so, count is becoming 1. So, count becomes 1 as A is uppercase letter. Then we go on in this loop, I is being incremented until it comes to 12, less than 12. So, here is another 1. So, I will get the count to be 2, it goes on, and here I will get another 1. So, 3. Printf, the number of uppercase letters is percentage d is. Now, look at this, the number of uppercase letters in string percentage s is percentage d. So, line will be printed as a line, apple is red. The number of uppercase letters in apple is red is 3. So, here this program demonstrates a couple of things. One is, first of all, this is a new thing that you have learned, is upper. I am just writing it separately so that it is clear, but in actual C library the function is written in the form without this gap or without any special character in between. This is the first thing that we have learned, and how we have already seen it is an application of what we learned, how we can read a line using this wildcard format. And then we found out what is the length of the line by our newly learned function strlen, and using that we have this looping we already know, we have practiced it so often. So, we now using this value, using this for loop for so many iterations, so many repetitions, that is determined by the value of n, will check the entire string. So, this is an example of applying the string function in string operations. We will go further with some more examples later.